octopuses are so freaking cool, dude.
They're pretty cool.
They shoot ink.
That's
they
cool.
change colors when they dream.
You're an octopus hound.
I'm an octopus hound.
So when you watch hentai, you must be like, she's perfect.
This is kink shaming, and I won't stand for it.
No, I'm not shaming. I'm making fun of you.
Welcome to the Oh Hell Yeah podcast.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Oh Hell Yeah. I'm Eddie Della Siepe.
And I'm Brent Flyberg.
We're here. We're peers.
Get used to it?
Yes. Ooh, you got a little question mark there.
Yeah.
Are we? Who knows?
Who knows?
Thanks very much for being part of this episode of Oh Hell Yeah. Do us a favor. Subscribe to the podcast. Hit the notification bell. Subscribe. You're listening to Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Follow the show. Leave a comment. It helps the show grow. It's very simple. Hit that subscribe button, and you can help this show out by being a subscriber and get notified every time an episode comes out in your feed.
Wouldn't you love to know the moment it comes out that it's ready for you to watch?
It's not like it's every Thursday at 2:30 p.m. Pacific time.
No, but you live a busy life. Anyone who listens to the show has a rich, full life, and you've got so much going on. You can't possibly be ready at 2:30. But if you got a little ding on your phone, like the microwave was done, but it was instead of cooking up an Amy's microwave dinner, it was cooking up the perfect podcast. Come on.
As you know, I'm a cold-blooded pegger. I can really peg a friend. I know how to peg a friend.
You know how to peg a friend.
If I see a friend, I'm like, I can't help myself. I gotta peg them.
Am I about to get pegged?
Famous fast words. Am I about to get pegged? And then he left Epstein's Island, sore as can be. The top. I like the top.
Thank you.
It gives 80s ski school instructor.
I can live with that.
Maybe disgraced, maybe not.
I'd love to think disgrace.
Disgraced to any
For partying too hard, I got kicked out of ski school.
There you go. You know, as a cold-blooded pegger, let me give you one rule. A way to get a good pegging is you add the disgraced part. Like, you look like a football coach. Disgraced football coach for touching the student body. Right? Add disgraced to any descriptor. Ooh, man, you really peg a guy.
Yeah, that's how you peg somebody.
Peg me. Go ahead. I'd love to see it.
You look like a disgraced scarecrow.
Okay. I was going to say I look like a disgraced barista?
Yeah.
Lumberjack barista?
Yeah,
Portland barista.
Disgraced
Portland barista. Like, get out of here. You stop spiking the espressos. What was I going to say? Usually I wear a lot of denim. Here's something I always get often. Canadian tuxedo, denim on denim.
Sure. What you just call a tuxedo.
A tuxedo, yes. But as a Pacific Northwestern, denim on denim is very common.
It's pretty common, yeah.
I'd say Portland especially.
Portland, yeah, a lot of denim down there in Portland.
But denim on denim too is also big in Texas.
Lots of places. I don't know why
I don't get it.
I think Super Troopers was the first time I'd ever heard that.
Really?
Yeah. had you heard that before?
I've been hearing it my whole life. It's the Canadian tuxedo. And I always thought like, oh, it must be something they never do in America. And then you go to certain states and you're like, Jay Leno wears denim on denim all the time.
Yeah. Is the implication that Canada is so country bumpkin that they think it's formal to wear denim on denim?
There you go. Maybe one time, some guy wore a denim jacket and denim pants and cowboy boots to a wedding, and they go,
this freaking guy.
Look at
Take
this
that shit back to Winnipeg.
whose hose or cousin is this? I thought that was a tuxedo. Get out of here. You talk funny.
Get out of here.
You talk funny.
What's that all about, eh? Get out of here.
Get out of here. You look
freaking hoser. Isn't there a hockey game on?
You look healthy and you look like you don't feel betrayed by your government. Get out of here. Speaking of which,
go on.
Tomorrow, by the time this episode comes out,
hopefully by the time this episode comes out, we'll know.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Because
Pennsylvania, they count one by one.
Yeah, it could be still up in the air.
Pennsylvania counts their votes like it's like a bingo hall.
Yeah.
Where it counts, they're just like 1, 2. Where was I?
Gotta start over.
Who's Kamala? But they do. They count their votes the moment that the election polls close. Then they count. Where now a lot of states are already counting.
I didn't know that about Pennsylvania.
So that's why in 2020, aside from COVID restriction stuff, is why they were so late, because it took 4 days to count all the votes.
Yeah.
And it's not like they're an important state with the 19 electoral votes.
Yeah,
it's not like it matters.
A real toss up in the polls. Yeah,
So let me get this straight. Montana counts them faster than you guys? No, they do have more people.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
A lot more people.
A lot
Montana, I mean, they're done counting an hour and a half later.
Which state neighbors Washington? Is it Wyoming?
No, Idaho and Oregon.
Oregon's below.
Yeah.
And then
Idaho to the east.
Do you ever go to Idaho?
Yeah, I've been to Idaho a bunch
Really?
of times. Yeah. Because when I went to school in Spokane, Coeur d'Alene is about a 45-minute drive, so I would go over there.
And was there any kind of reason to go there aside from like just, wow, look, crops?
Coeur d'Alene is beautiful. It's like a beautiful lake. There's a lot of good like lakes and camping and stuff like that. It used to be you would drive, because Idaho used to have a lower drinking age. Not since I've been
Lower than 21?
Yeah, it used to be like 19.
No.
Yeah, so that was where kids who went to all the schools on the east side of the state would go to drink. And so there was also a strip club just on the other side of the state line called State Line. They at some point was very popular for this very reason. I never went. I think by the time I was of age, it was just a gross strip club, so I never went.
Wow. Growing up, I was always told Montreal has the best strip clubs in the world.
Okay.
They're so good, the best strip clubs in the world. And then you talk to guys that like going to strip clubs, and their one reason for saying this growing up, they'd say stuff, oh, Montreal's got the best strip clubs. You can touch them. I was like, okay, yeah, you can do whatever you want to them. They don't speak English. Who are they going to tell?
Okay, now that.
And I'm like, okay, you know what? I know you're my hockey coach, but I think this is inappropriate. I'm 17.
That's such a coach thing to say.
I'm just joking, but imagine, yeah. But they would say that about Montreal strip clubs. Oh, they're the best. Have you ever been to Montreal before?
Never been to Montreal.
Beautiful, beautiful.
I hear they have lovely strip clubs.
Lovely strip clubs. The food, good Wi-Fi.
You say that in jest, but go to Portland. That is what the strip clubs are
Really?
like. The food's incredible. They got Wi-Fi. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, dude. Portland strip clubs are like, they're not a creepy, I mean, there are creepy ones, but there are also strip clubs where you will go with your friends to have brunch.
I bet. Really?
Yeah.
I bet there's a Portland strip club where you go in, you watch a woman dance, you're also reading some Tolstoy,
Yeah.
you have some Wi-Fi, you're drinking a macchiato, you're looking at her OnlyFans, being like,
I subscribe.
just Venmoing, just like scanning her butt for Venmo.
Oh man, they should incorporate Venmo, like some sort of Venmo leaderboard at strip clubs.
Huh. But I can imagine, like you go to like gluten-free strip club in Portland. They don't really have that.
They have vegan. They definitely have a vegan, at least one vegan strip club. I'm guessing more.
So some guy's like, I beat my meat in the bathroom, but it's vegan.
Yeah.
I can't beat meat here.
I beat my lab-grown meat.
I've got an impossible dick. Oh man, strip clubs, right? I haven't been in one in years.
It's been a while for me. I had a little strip club phase.
No.
Yeah, this is when I was like 30, early 30s. I had a good job. I was making a lot of money. Portland was right there. I would go down. I would just anytime I went to Portland, I'd be like, let's go to some strip clubs.
Wow. Was it you and a bunch of guys?
Yeah.
No, it was
Not a bunch, but like some friends.
Okay. There's two things. You go with a couple buddies. Hey, it's wing night. We can watch Lucy dance, and we'll have some fun. We'll sit around. The game will be on. Watch a lady dance who's scantily clad, if not fully nude. But if you're the guy by yourself, I don't mean to shame these guys.
I was never going by myself. Small groups only.
Those are the guys that you got to worry about.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, if you're not there to like, I don't know what's. Then there's the guys by themselves that are watching their girlfriend dance. Those guys exist.
Those guys are scary.
Those guys are just kind of arms crossed. Just she goes into the room, the private room. He's just nodding like, That's our phone bill.
Act like I'm not even here.
I'm not, guys. Do you mind if I step in for a sec? Listen, she hasn't had her injection for her diabetes. I just want to do a quick. There we go. And her like, honey, keep dancing. Imagine.
So proud of you.
I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you guys. Are you turned on? You're not turned on? You should be turned on.
That reminds me, I read a funny story. Who knows if it's true, because it's just a thing that I saw on Reddit one time. But a guy said that his friend went to a strip club, I believe in Montreal, somewhere in Canada, and Dan Aykroyd was there.
Really?
Yeah, and this guy was like a huge Ghostbusters fan, so he wanted to go talk to him, but he was kind of nervous. So he just kind of kept sitting near him while Dan Aykroyd was getting lap dances. And then finally, Dan Aykroyd gets up to go to the bathroom, and the guy's like, I'm gonna go tell him how much I love Ghostbusters. And he goes into the bathroom, follows him into the bathroom, and Dan Aykroyd like busts out from behind the door and like slams him up against the wall and is like, "Quit following me around, you weirdo!"
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Dan Aykroyd's a saint. Is a sweet man.
I'm not, but if I don't think he did anything wrong. If this weirdo keeps following you around a strip club, I think it's okay to be like, leave me alone.
I agree, but also, what was Dan Aykroyd doing there? He's a humble, sweet man. He was going in there to tell women that they should follow their dreams. They don't have to be here.
No, I think Dan Aykroyd's a pervert like the rest of us.
Dan Aykroyd's a pervy guy. He was probably in there be like, God, I'd love to slime one of these chicks.
Yeah, I'd cross the streams with any one of these chicks.
You guys want to see a ghost escape a body? A white ghost?
What? Are you talking about sperm,
There's
sir?
so much ectoplasm in my pants.
Dan Aykroyd, good guy. Canadian as well.
Yeah, Canadian.
Ottawa,
yes.
Ontario, Canada. Good guy. That's the little tick that a lot of Canadians have is as soon as you hear anyone that is Canadian, you have to justify your existence in this country. Be like, yeah, he's also from there.
Yeah, also.
I'm sure you feel that way about Seattle too.
Oh yeah, anytime I hear about a Seattle, anyone's with success in Seattle. Well, I don't know, is that true? I feel like part of Seattle's whole thing is if you get too big, they have to tear you down.
Yeah, I see.
Macklemore, sorry, when you're not cool. You know,
You guys don't own Macklemore the way that LA owns.
I would say
Kendrick?
the suburbs own Macklemore, but the city is kind of like, yeah, good for you, but like, no thanks.
Is it the haircut? Haircut's
I think
a lot
it's
of
his
it.
whole thing, his whole kind of corny thing. I think he's just kind of corny. I mean, he does seem like a good person. I have nothing against him. I don't ever want to hear his music or really what he has to say.
He is a bit corny.
Yeah.
He also has that vibe. He's like, hey, y'all, I rap.
Yeah.
I'm like, cool. You also look like you just started an app.
Yeah, he'd really
How to find chicks.
He looks like he should live in Austin and do float tanks, you know?
Yeah, he should be in float tanks, just pitching apps to VCs. Be like, it's an app to help you find girls with augmented breasts. Okay, cool. Your haircut kind of signifies you would be into that kind of thing. Also, he's got Third Reichy hair. I don't trust anyone with Third Reichy
I don't know
hair.
about that.
Speaking of sports, speaking of local teams,
World Series champion
oops.
Los Angeles Dodgers.
Oops.
Sorry, New York.
Sorry.
Take that, New York.
It's about time you had a loss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had it coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was thrilling. I loved watching it.
I missed everything.
You missed everything? What were you doing?
Well,
You at another engagement party?
no. I had a show Wednesday. Totally comedy show every single Wednesday.
That's right. Oh, what poor timing.
Dude.
Well, no, because didn't the game end at like 8:30, which is like right around when Totally starts?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
so you were busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, performing is in me. I'm meant to perform. I'm meant to peg. I'm meant to perform.
He's a performer and a beggar and a cold-blooded joker.
Some people consider my pegging a performance. What was it? Cavernous Belly Button Boy?
Cavernous belly button boy.
C Triple B. So I had to go to the show. I watched the fifth inning collapse, which to me, almost better than watching them win.
Thrilling. God, that was so sick. It just kept, they just kept not executing. The Yankees kept fucking it up, and it was beautiful to watch.
Watching that fifth inning collapse, I'm sorry, Yankee fans, but if your team was facing another team and you're down 5, and they had that kind of epic collapse, a calamity of moments, each more pathetic than the next. The drop catch, the thrown ball, the not covering first base.
They're not covering first base.
Oh, God, if you were on the other side of that, you would just be like, God, I want to make love to my wife right now, and I will not drop the ball on this one.
This is fuel for like high school sports coaches for the next 100 years.
1,000%.
To be like, one of the biggest payrolls, some of the most talented guys. What did they not do? The little things. What are we going to do? The little things.
You know what that play cost? $250 million a year. That's what that play cost.
You know, yeah, anytime somebody doesn't cover first base. You want to lose the World Series? This
Oh, I'm
is how you want
sorry.
to lose the World Series? This is how you want to lose state?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you sign 10 years, $300 million contract? You feel you can do whatever the hell you want? No, you don't. And then I watched that happen, and they tied the game, and I had to go, and I had to drive. Of course, my show was 40 minutes away, and then I told Jeff, who helps run the show, I said, hey, I'm going to be a little late. Is it okay? The Dodgers in the World Series. And he goes, oh, why? Which squadron will repeat this week? Like... There are two teams. One of them's local. It's a World Series. It doesn't involve the world, but players are worldly from other parts of the world. And they're playing in a match that is very important to me because I used to play baseball as a child. Ah, I see. So which team is favorited as according to Las Vegas? Okay.
Jeff, you should get in. I know you're listening. You should get into gambling. I bet you'd be really good at gambling.
He could be my Rain Man.
He could. He could. Because I think you got a mind for the math, and I believe that you're like rational and like reasonable enough to know when to stop.
You have enough
know what I mean?
autism for me to exploit.
That wasn't what I meant, but you know. I just think you have the skills necessary.
If anyone's wondering, my buddy Jeff, our friend Jeff,
Yeah.
close friend of the show, I love him like a brother. Step. But close friend, one of the smartest people I know.
Yes.
Books. Not street. But super fun guy. But obviously didn't have any stake in the game. But
Even though he grew up here.
yeah, it's hard. You know what's funny? Like,
I guess he's not a big sports
I
fan.
think if you're a small town guy, if you're not into if you're from Green Bay and you're not into the Packers, it's like
Yeah,
you're
you're
exiled.
getting beat up.
It's like being a gay guy in the 20s.
Yeah.
Like, well, what do you support? What are you kissing that guy for? I was about to punch him out. Oh, okay, good. You're good. Good.
It's just
good,
getting close
good.
enough.
I want to make sure he didn't smell like my wife. Imagine that's how closeted guys hit it. Like, were you about to kiss that man? No, I was just smelling his nape of his neck to make sure he didn't smell like my daughter. I'm gonna punch him
then
out.
I'd have to kill him.
Yeah, I'd have to punch him right in his beautiful, handsome face. Why are both your shirts off? Well, I grew up Greco-Roman wrestling in high school, and I want to just wrestle him to the ground.
I didn't want to get his blood all over my shirt.
Yeah, I need this for a hot date. About to have get lucky with a lady. Okay. It looks like you guys are out to dinner tonight. No. It was just stepped in
I
front.
just get hungry before I kill.
And then he sat right in front of me and wanted to kiss me, and I wanted to slap him. But anyway, so the game, I literally was like watching it on my phone. By watching, I mean watching the game cast pitch by pitch.
Yeah.
And it was just so anticlimactic to be like, I think it's a strikeout. Is this the last out?
Yeah.
Hello? Because it's the lag on the app.
Yeah.
And then they finally won. And there was a guy at the show, okay?
Okay.
Front row, Dodgers hat on. This guy in the front row had a Dodgers hat on, next to his girlfriend, earpiece,
Listening to the game?
AirPod, listening to the game.
I respect the hell out of that.
The only time I'll ever support that kind of behavior at a comedy show is during the
World
World
Series.
Series. Then they won. He was at the bar getting drinks. And I go, dude, we won. He goes, fucking A, we won. High five. He goes, I go, what are we doing here? He goes, I don't know. My bitch bought tickets.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Love you even more. In certain ethnic groups, that's a very endearing term. Have you not listened to Jay-Z?
Jay-Z.
Imagine that's how I call Jay-Z, Sean Carter. Jay-Z.
Jay-Z?
That's like someone like from another country being like, are you big fans of Jay-Z?
Yeah, that's
And
a French. Do you like the Jay-Z?
do you like Jay-Z? Also, do you love Rihanna? Rihanna and Beyonce. Beyonce does sound kind of French.
Beyonce. Yeah. it does.
Beyonce.
When I lived in Australia, I lived with some French people and worked with some French people, and they would always be like, Nirvana.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, yes, Seattle. You like a Pearl Jam?
Oh, you love Nirvana. Are you also very
Nirvana.
sad and want to hurt yourself?
Oh, yes. You are suicidal and you love the Supersonics.
Yes. You Americans are so sad. You love your music sad. You want to hurt yourself, don't you? That's why you're here. No. And then you think about what they say and you're like, oh,
Okay, well, you know,
kind of
you-
close.
yeah.
Yes. You love freedom of speech, except unless it's against you.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
You want more guns, huh?
Ah, more guns.
Oh, you don't like it here? Not enough guns for you?
Your children are so big and fat because of the amount of MSG and the cheap foods in your red-lined areas.
Anyways, I'm going to have a whole baguette with Nutella for breakfast.
And a cigarette for lunch. Like, you know what? I don't know how they get away with the French. They just,
Honestly, Europe in general, they're dipping their French fries in mayonnaise. They're eating Nutella for breakfast. How are we the fat ones?
isn't it weird? Like, I've never been to France or Paris, but I guarantee you I'm going to go, and I'm going to see a 10-year-old boy smoking a cigarette, drinking a glass of wine, having a coffee, eating a baguette, and he's going to walk 10,000
Like
steps.
a 10-pack.
Yeah, he's going to be walking 10,000 steps a day and be more healthy than I'll ever be.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's all the walking.
That's what it is.
I think it's what it is.
We live a sedentary lifestyle because we're in our cars all the time.
Yeah,
And we're
maybe you do. I'm out there fucking lifting
grinding,
weights.
grinding.
Yeah,
And we're sitting
grinding.
for work. If you call
Yeah.
this work, work makes money. We don't make money. But, and what was I getting? Oh, yeah, the game.
Time-consuming hobby.
The game. So then I came home and I left a little early because I was like, my mind was like, I kind of want to. Listen, I'm a big sports nut. So are you.
Yeah.
I wanted to see the interviews, the post game, the analysis. Kind of want to see A-Rod and Jeter justify this loss. We're like, the fundamentals weren't there.
Yeah.
And I came home and my wife is just watching Friends. Like, what the fuck are you doing? She's like, what? The game's over. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, this is the sweet spot.
This is the replay, the post analysis, the
You should be
explanation.
blasting "I Love L.A." by Randy Newman.
You're gonna see Ohtani with his shirt off, putting a
Yeah.
Bud Light on his buddy. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
His little interpreter was there the whole time, getting
That's-
poured
did
on.
Was he drinking too? I wonder because he's at work, but also like he gets to party too, right?
Does he get a ring? The interpreter?
You know what? Even if he doesn't officially get one, I hope someone buys him one.
I think Ohtani will.
Because someone told me, who was telling me, gosh, wish I could remember. Someone knew someone who was married to a Major League Baseball player. Or, no, that's right. My friend is in like a church group with a guy who plays for the Chiefs. And when you win the Super Bowl, you have the option to buy not only yourself a ring, but you can buy more of them. So he bought his dad a Super Bowl ring.
No.
And he bought his wife a Super Bowl ring that she wears on a chain.
I
around her
don't
neck.
know. That's how those things end up floating around in the secondary market.
Who cares? I think
No,
that's fucking sick.
they didn't do anything.
You won the Super Bowl. Your family's part of it.
They didn't do anything.
They did too. That dad took him to football practice. That wife took care of his kids while he was in Pittsburgh. You
No,
know?
I don't like anybody I don't want any NFL player gifting their ring or giving them a replica ring to their family. All I want my NFL players to do is win Super Bowls and spike their phone if they talk badly about their brother.
I did see that. Yeah.
You grab that kid's phone, you spike it.
It's pretty rad.
Pretty rad.
Pretty rad.
Here's the thing. When I saw that clip on TMZ of good old, what's the name?
Jason Kelce.
Jason Kelce. First of all, I don't want to get all boomery on you, but it brings it out of me. Is anyone afraid to get punched out anymore?
I mean, I guess
Is
not.
anyone afraid to get punched out?
Well, I think that. Yeah,
I
I guess
think
it's not. I think the idea is to instigate, if not a punch out, something that they can maybe, because like the ultimate goal of this person is money. I think either through views because they get a strong reaction, or through getting punched and then trying to sue.
I see. I guess attention / monetary kind of like prizes or whatever.
And in the world we're living in, attention means money.
Growing up, dude.
So give us more attention.
I know. I guess the whole point is to go viral.
Yeah.
Let's get a reaction out of them. But I think, although that did exist with paparazzi, because you kind of let's say something bad about this person, and maybe they'll grab my camera, and then DMZ will buy this footage for a hefty amount. But watching him spike that, I mean, you can't the whole internet's in full compliance with him. Like, talk.
Dude, no one is on that kid's side.
You talk shit about the guy.
Drop the F slur, because even if you're just being like your brother sucks or your brother's a wiener, but to also incorporate a homophobic slur, it's like, yeah, dude, somebody should break your phone. You shouldn't be allowed to have a phone.
And what also bugged me the most, aside from the slur and whatever, is it didn't make sense. How is he gay for dating a woman?
Did
It's like, hey, you're a filthy gay guy. You're dating Angelina Jolie.
yeah.
What?
Yeah, your brother's definitely gay. He's dating one of the most famous women in the world.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Hey, Tom Brady. What are you, gay? You're with a woman.
Oh, a Victoria's secret supermodel?
Yeah, I know, right? I didn't. That's the part that didn't quite make sense. But he spiked the kid's phone, which a piece of me is kind of like sick. There are moments where I do like seeing swift justice on the internet.
Yeah.
Some guy's trying to rob like a convenience store clerk, and then all of a sudden someone else whips out someone else and beats the guy up. You can't help but feel a little bit like sick.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
Although-
it's also a funny video because I think he's holding like a case of beer in one hand.
Or was he at Penn State or something?
I forgot.
I think he was watching some game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll never know what it's like to be that famous. If someone yells out,
Unless you share this podcast with 10 of your closest friends and have them actually maybe do like a chain email kind of a thing where you send this to 10 people and you say, if you don't send it to 10 people, someone will come and murder you in your sleep.
Eddie will hurt himself. That's what.
And Eddie will hurt himself.
I will.
Do you want that blood on your hands?
I'll jump off a patio to my death.
Off of a patio.
I'll go drop 50 feet, of course. What appears like to me. Yeah, if anyone were to shoot out a slur to me as I was walking home, I just have to take it. I'm not big enough to like spike a phone.
No. I'm probably not spiking any phones. But
Remember,
boy, I'd go home and I'd think about it.
Yeah, a lot. It's funny. Like growing up, remember how there used to be like dojos everywhere, like karate dojo. Karate was like a big thing growing up. I don't know if it was for you as much. Was it?
It was. Yeah.
It was, okay.
Did you ever take a karate class?
No, to me, karate was like kind of like soccer. It was like meant for young kids, but did you really do it when you're older? And there was always growing up in like the 90s and stuff like that. Like there's always that kind of thing of like, oh, careful, he knows karate, And if a guy did a like that,
Look out.
in your mind, the bad guy would be like, oh man, I don't want any trouble, man, or like some bully would be like that.
Yeah, that's the idea. You take one karate class and then you can ninja chop kids in half.
And then
so nobody messes with you.
And then it went away, that whole thing, and now MMA is huge. And now you got to fear no matter what size the guy is, he could put an arm bar on you, break your arm.
Yeah, or maybe he just knows how to punch because I haven't trained, and I'd like to think I can handle myself in a fight, but I play kickball and it's like I don't know. I never learned really how to kick. So even though I consider myself a pretty athletic person, I'm not always kicking the ball like I want to. So I can't imagine I'd be better at punching.
Maybe that's your moment, right? Some guys like hitting on your girlfriend, being like, you're single, right? I don't see a ring on that finger. And she's like, get away from me, creep. You want it. And then you look over and you're just holding a couple of drinks. You're like, I got to beat him up, but I only know how to kick.
Yeah. Oh.
And then you're just like,
I just full bore. I'd kick a guy in the nuts, dude. I'd do it.
really?
I mean, if I'm in like an actual fight, I'm not gonna not kick a guy in the nuts. I don't care about honor in that situation.
Do you know, I used to do this prank all the time with my friends in high school. Because I had some friends who were kind of jockish, kind of dumb dudes. And I would say this. They go, do you know that no man, no human being can kick his own nuts? And they're like, no, that's not true. Like, it's true. No human being, no man can kick his own nuts. You can kick your own nuts. And these guys would be like, let me see. And they would just try to do this.
Can you?
And then
Can I? I don't think you can.
you can kick your own nuts.
Okay, I got pretty close. No, it's not,
And then they would kick their own nuts, and then I would just point and laugh. I'm like, you can. Never trust a friend.
Yeah, that's the number one way to get a guy to embarrass himself is tell him he can't do some sort of physical act. You ever heard about like the impossible sit up?
No, what's that?
It's where you're like, oh, nobody can do a sit up like this. Like, I forget the specifics, but usually like you like hold the towel over their kind of face, and you're like, there's no way you can do a sit up if I'm like holding this, and they're like, yeah, I can, and then you get somebody to stand over him with no pants on, and then you, as he's like, you just let go of the towel, and he goes face first into some guy's ass.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah, that's how the whole baseball team got pink eye.
Oh, that's what you say. You weren't eating each other's asses out. My dad was a bit of a prankster too, because my dad was like a farm boy in rural Italy. So, I think the older you get, he used to pickle his own peppers and stuff like that. He made
Pickled his own peppers.
his own peppers. Calabrian peppers, Calabrese peppers are really, really hot, really small. So my dad would like eat them like chips. But here's the thing that we didn't know. I didn't know this is that the older you get, your taste buds start to like dullen a bit, and that's why you start liking spices, mustard. You start liking them over time because you're finally you can handle them finally.
Yeah,
it's a bit numb.
Overpowering. Okay.
Yeah, and also the feeling is invigorating. It's like, hey, my mouth is alive.
Feeling stuff.
My mouth is alive,
I
right?
haven't felt anything since before the marriage.
That's the first time I felt something. First time my heart's been racing really fast around your mother. So my dad would eat them like chips. So my friends would be like, he would tell my friends like, hey, have some. And like, no, he would, look, and just eat them like chips. And in your mind is
Diabolical.
like, in your mind you're like, hey, he's just eating them.
Yeah, if he can handle
But
it.
as a kid, you don't know that like his tongue is dead.
Yeah.
And then my friend would eat one, and then my father would laugh, sweating, crying, begging for milk. My dad would just like what a time in the 90s.
Yeah, and he's just smashing a rat with a hammer.
What a time in the 90s. Because, you do this today, his parents would sue you.
Oh, you're in big trouble.
My kid, he's going to die or something. He shit himself or something. But anyway, I don't like pranks, but there's always the odd, like, PC that's likes making your friend do something funny.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. That's the kind of
So the Dodgers won.
Dodgers won.
That's
and
good.
We got to see before we move on, we got to see the some clips from the parade. And what I think one of the best things about, like a major sports championship, I think one of the things as a player, whether you're consciously aware of it or not, one of your ultimate rewards is you get to be so drunk in public.
Yes.
And everyone is like, yes.
Yes.
It's one of the few times you can be like blackout drunk in public and everyone's like, hell yeah, man.
Yes. As long as
you earned this.
As long as you're wearing the right paraphernalia.
Yes.
And there's a sense of unity, right? Because you're all in jerseys and hats together. And you're all like, hey, you become like one organism. And you're just like, you're drunk, I'm drunk. We're all doing this together. I will say that any major city that has a championship, it usually ends up in chaos.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
You give it enough time.
I was right in the wet hot center of it.
Really?
Yeah, I was there. I was there, dude. Echo Park and Silver Lake. I left before they set the bus on fire.
It's a line from It's a line from my act.
Yeah.
It's the wet hot center of it all. But you're right in there.
I was right in there. I saw some stuff. Somebody handed me a Modelo. That was sick. There were fireworks going off. That was pretty cool. Watched a guy pass out from doing too much whippets. There was a lady just filling up balloons with nitrous and passing them around. God. It was crazy. The fire truck went through at one point, and everyone just climbed on it, and they were waving Dodgers flags. Every once in a while, a car would make its way into the intersection and start doing donuts, and that's when I was like, yikes, I got to get out of here.
I just love the idea that one day someone's going to look back, their grandson's going to be like, Dad, what was it like when the Dodgers won in 2024? Well, we went downtown LA and we lit fire to a police car. And then me and some friends, we tipped over a fire truck and climbed a bunch of telephone poles and just shat on the audience. Like, wow. Oh, yeah. It's all on video, too. It's in my phone if you want to see.
My grandparents still they'll kind of make fun of me because when the Seahawks won the Super Bowl, I climbed on the historic pergola in Pioneer Square in Seattle. There were a bunch of us climbing up on this big pergola, and then it ended up getting damaged, and somebody started to GoFundMe, and I donated to it, so I did it, but. Now anytime something happens sports related, they're like, did you climb up on any pergolas? Any pergola climbing tonight?
What happens to the homeless downtown LA when the party's happening?
I mean, great question.
I
guess they just kind of get folded into the mix. Yeah.
Hey, I'm trying to cry here. Hey, I'm sleeping, all right?
Quiet hours.
At 2 PM. I'm relaxing. Yeah. I'm on my Game Boy Switch. Yeah, I got one. Or maybe you just get a Dodger jersey and you kind of blend in.
That's what I'm saying.
And then you get drunk for free.
Exactly. You just kind of like, hey, Modelo, I like those.
Oh, those.
See if anybody will
Can I have the rest of that hot dog?
Yep. Oh, yeah. Hey, go Dodgers.
Hey, can you pass that pipe? Whatever. It's too deep in the podcast. No one's going to know as I'm saying this stuff. So the Dodgers won, which is great.
Yes.
Nice being a part of a winning team, isn't it?
So good. To be in a city when that city's team wins a championship, and especially the Dodgers, which I feel like has more of a kind of a more tentacles into more parts of the city.
Right.
Like I think when the Rams won, I think we've talked about this, nobody really noticed.
LA Kings, nobody really cared.
Yeah. Lakers, I imagine, would be a bigger deal, but it happened during the bubble. But yeah, I think when the Dodgers win a World Series in LA, the city turns up, dude.
I think the reason why baseball is such a what's the word I'm looking for? It's not it's obviously the national pastime. You can debate whether that's an old, antiquated sort of thing to say.
Sure.
But it very much is all about city pride.
Yeah.
Because there's something about it that it's affordable. You get a nosebleed seat for $15, get a hot dog. You can argue that it's not affordable, that these stadiums are jacked up the prices. But for the most part, you got 82 games to or 81 games to pick from.
There's 81 games. There's 30,000 seats. There's, I think,
more.
baseball,
There's 50,000, 60,000.
Yeah, 50, 60,000, whatever it is. But there's more tickets in baseball just kind of floating around that people in the community can kind of grab onto
That's
or
true.
they get from work or whatever.
And I guarantee you, no matter what city you're in that has a Major League Baseball team, you're bound to get offered a ticket. Someone can't go. Someone got them from free from work. It's, and I've been offered tickets before, or at least offered to go, and I couldn't go, whatever. But so I guess it's a part of the community. Also, it depends on where the stadium is.
Yeah,
the stadium
in LA, right in the city.
Yeah, right in the city. If you're kind of like in the burbs, you kind of feel disassociated from it all. But I love baseball because baseball, and obviously you love playing baseball as well. It's the only sport where you can really chill and not feel like you're missing out on anything.
Yeah.
It's a great hang, and I love a hang.
Yeah, it's an amazing hang. You can go to a game and sort of like soft focus on the game.
Yes.
Because there's like a rhythm. You can kind of hear if you're not paying attention, you can kind of hear when things start happening and pay attention and not miss anything.
Because comebacks are gradual and it takes step by step, base by base, where in football, there can be just a long bomb and it's like, whatever. But there's something about, like, you can talk to your friend, tune in, have a drink, have a bite, whatever. Yeah. Hockey, you have to, like, focus, and it's intense. Basketball, I feel like it's a lot of focus. Football, I feel like it's a lot of focus, too, but there's something about...
There's a little more downtime in a way.
Yeah, but also it's not very leisurely. It's very intense.
Yeah.
I mean, I do like football. I like watch football, but I like it more on TV.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, baseball I like more on TV too because I love sport. I love the stats and I love the commentary.
Yeah, my favorite on the radio. God, I love baseball on the radio.
No visuals.
I mean, yeah.
Wow.
I love being able to just like do whatever I'm doing and also listen to a baseball game.
Oh, like a podcast almost.
Like I'll work out, listen to I'd watch if I was working out at home, but you can like work out, listen to a game, drive around. Like you can kind of take it with you. You know what I mean? Like you can kind of live whatever day you were going to have anyways, but be listening to the game as you go.
Was there any moments you felt endangered at the Dodgers parade?
I didn't go to the parade, but the night of celebration, there were brief. Like I said, when the car started doing donuts in the middle of the intersection, and there were people all around. It reminded me of those videos of the street takeovers. Have you ever seen those where people start doing donuts and then people get hit by a car doing a donut?
I know.
It's like, no, I'm not getting hit by a car. Not me, dude.
I don't quite get that.
I'll never understand.
When you got a bunch of kids just surrounding a car doing donuts in a street, and all they're doing is laughing and videotaping. Yeah, I don't quite get it.
Some of the videos, it's like it looks like thousands of people. It looks like so many people are standing around watching this. Like, I get it. I guess if you're like into cars, I don't know. No appeal to me.
But if you're into cars, you're into the way they move and like kind of go straight. I can almost understand drag racing.
Yeah.
But watching donuts in a parking lot, you're just kind of like
watching donuts, especially doing donuts, different story.
Do you ever like feel like I don't know what it is. You just feel like you're getting so much older these days. You look at what kids do for fun, and you're just like, what are we doing?
Yeah, that's what I think about anytime I hear about someone watching someone play video games on Twitch or YouTube or whatever.
Yeah.
What? You want to watch somebody else play video game?
Brings a boomer out of
used to
you.
be- yeah, that's the night. Like that's like what I'm gonna watch my older brother beat Mario. Kill me.
I know. It just brings a boomer out of you.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, you watch people play video games. You ever see those clips where they'll show like a podcast or like some kind of short or a clip, but underneath is someone playing
A video game?
Yeah. What is that about?
Dude, I don't know.
Is that to keep you? You know what it is?
I think it's one of them will keep you engaged enough that you keep watching.
we can hypnotize.
Yeah. We're getting hypnotized left and right by this technology.
So what else going on? We did that.
that.
Any shows coming up?
No shows coming up. I did go to a rave.
What?
Yeah. I
How
know.
old are you? A rave? What the hell's wrong with you?
Calling it a rave is generous. It did end exactly at 2, which was pretty disappointing. but-
No, that's not a rave. That's a party.
Yeah.
A rave to me is like, oh, I went to this warehouse in downtown.
That's kind of what I thought it was going to be, and then it shut down at 2. And so
yeah, and then you came out and it's like 8 a.m. and people are going to work.
yeah, that sounds better.
That's a rave.
Yeah, but
You take
no.
a magical pill and you just transform into some sort of dancing creature,
Mm-hmm.
and you walk out just covered in glitter and sweat, and you're just like,
Yeah, sounds sick. I'd love to do that.
some guy's like jogging, other guy's like walking his kid to school. You're just like, what year is it? What day is it? Has this guy been abducted by a fairy? What? Why is he shiny and sweaty? Is that what you want?
Yeah, that's what I wanted. I didn't get it. They kicked
God.
us out at 2.
God, I'm like an older brother to you. Get a job. No, actually, don't get a job. I need you to dedicate yourself to this
Never.
podcast.
Don't worry, I'll never get a job.
So, what was the rave?
It was my friends it came highly recommended by some friends, and
That's already not a rave.
it was on a Friday.
Using the words highly recommended is not a rave. It came, well, it had great reviews.
Yelp gave it 5 stars.
It came highly recommended. I was like, okay,
But yeah, it was at like a big empty warehouse kind of a thing in downtown, in a part of town where you don't really want to be hanging out. As soon as it was over and we were outside, we were like, let's get an Uber now.
Oh, wow.
But
It was you and the lady?
me and the lady and some other friends, yeah, and we danced our freaking balls off.
I don't dance.
You don't dance. See, I love to dance.
Don't dance.
That's why I like a sweaty rave, you know?
Don't dance. I like to observe, look, judge, ridicule, mock, peg.
Peg. And do you think that's why you don't like to dance? Because I was talking to do you know Mark DeBonis?
Oh my God, how do you know who that is?
He used to live in LA.
I started out with him years
really?
ago.
Hey,
I've known him for years.
Shout out to Mark DeBonis, really funny. But one time I ran into him at a party after, like, we had met, I don't know, maybe like a week before that at a show, and then I ran into him at a party, and there was like dancing and stuff, and I was like, I want to go dance. You dance? And he was like, no, I can't. And I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, I made fun of way too many people when I was young for dancing, and now that's all I can think about if I try to dance.
Yeah, no, I don't dance. And here's the thing.
You just pull up your pants and do the rockaway?
Yeah, I like to just moonwalk to my seat and just sipping a virgin martini.
Virgin martini.
Or whatever it is.
So ice?
Just ice and water.
Ice and pickled or a olive brine?
I think there's listen, to any guy out there like myself who doesn't dance, it's not that I think I'm better than that, or not that I think that like, oh, I can't move. I think I'm a pretty somewhat athletic guy. The reason I don't dance is because I don't know how to let myself go in that way.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as there's no guy who says, oh, I don't dance, and I also open up to my parents quite often. I don't ever move in public like that, and I also express my feelings to my girlfriend. No, that guy is shut off.
Yeah, he shut off.
He's shut off.
And
It's about vulnerability too.
it's about vulnerability. And if you're young and you're listening to this and you're trying to decide, am I the kind of guy who dances or doesn't dance? Let me just say, if you are willing to dance, you can have sex. You will accidentally dance your way into sex. If you can just be in the moment and dance and be out where other people are dancing, every once in a while, you're going to dance your way into someone's bedroom.
What if I was like, what if me, you, and some friends, we all go to like a bar and then a dance floor breaks out, and then I've had a couple cocktails, very rare,
Very rare.
and I say, and then I just start dancing, right? And you're like, oh my god, Eddie's dancing.
Yeah.
And what if I go like this? I'm like just dancing, and I go like this.
Okay.
Those are my moves.
Those are your moves?
And I'm just like backing my butt into you and stuff.
Okay.
And what would you do?
I'd probably be like, what's going on here, bud?
And like, oh, you hate that I can dance. And I just go like this, dude. I just like do it to your crotch like that. And I jump on your back and go like this, like that. And would you be like, oh, he has fun weird?
Yeah, I would. I might have to honestly be like, hey, if you were a woman and you did that to me, I would say, hey, I have a girlfriend, so you need to stop. So just because we're friends doesn't mean that you can sexually assault me.
No, that's not. I never touched you.
You never touched me.
I mimed a lot.
Not touching can't be assault. Not touching.
I like, I'm like Trump. I like grab the microphone like this. And right in front of your crotch, you're like, whoa, what are you doing? Like, whoa, I thought we were dancing.
Oh, that's funny.
And then you're like, hey, man, what you're doing is really inappropriate. Oh, I'm sorry. You just hate that I have rhythm and I can
you
move.
don't have the music in your soul. Like
I'm sorry. I have Latin blood. It's in me to dance. I'm a sensual man that loves to move.
That's the move. Make it. So, you're racist. That's what it is.
Oh,
That's
oh.
why. This is how people dance where I'm from.
Oh, you want to do redlining on my dancing? Is that it? White man?
And then I just have to be like, no, go ahead. Proceed. Sorry, sir.
Thank you.
And then I'm like, it's his culture. I don't know.
He's brown. I have to let him do this.
It's not his responsibility to educate me.
Culturally, this may seem odd to me, but I'm learning. Like, I think that little guy's trying to blow that big guy. No, he's browner than me, and
It's a cultural experience.
Yeah, I need to. I can't. Maybe I'll do it back to him and appropriate it a bit. Maybe. Anyhow, look at us. A couple of America's sweet farts. Hey, I like America's sweet farts.
America's sweet.
What time are we at? Oh, we got a little more time. What's going on in the news? What's happening? Now, listen. This time
Yeah.
next week,
Yeah.
hopefully,
Yeah.
there'll be a new presidente.
Let's hope.
Let's hope.
Let's hope.
There will be a new president.
There won't be a new president until January.
Do you know that I saw this recently
Unless
that
Joe Biden dies, which is possible.
he's getting off his rocker
If I get
lately.
that gun in the mail.
He's good and he's.
Is he? I don't know. I feel like I haven't seen him make a lot of
there's a reason for that.
appearances.
The Democrats are like, Joe, no, like, hey, you guys are all garbage. Oh, I like to smack. He said recently, like, I want to smack you guys. Now listen, Donald Trump says a lot of crazy, wacky stuff. I don't condone it. The rhetoric is over. It's tiresome, whatever. He's senile, whatever you want to say. But Joe is like really, at least he's far gone. He is like weird grandpa mode. He said this recently. He was just like, spank him in the ass or something.
He said spank him in the ass?
Something about like his opponents need to be spanked or something. I was just like,
Okay, buddy. Okay.
you know what it is? We're going to be there one day. We're going to be old. And I'd like to think that
I think climate change related disaster will take us out.
yeah, well, at the least I'll be at your funeral.
Yeah.
And well dressed.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're gonna look great, all denim.
Oh man, do you think when you're dead and you're in your casket, do you think that like when I promise you I'll do this, okay?
Okay.
When I'm at your funeral,
When you're at my funeral.
when I'm at your funeral, I'll be like healthy and vibrant, and you'll be in that box laying there. Everyone's crying
Still
around.
covered in buffalo sauce.
You're wearing your finest Goodwill mannequin suit, and you're in that box, and I'll see you, and I'll be like, so many episodes, so many great moments. Last one for you, buddy, and I'll just put a little zin under your lip.
Oh, that sounds
Wouldn't that
really
be nice?
good. That would be really nice.
Just like that. Put a little zin on your
See,
lip.
Eddie gets me.
And then I'll grab your hand, and I'll go like this. A little devil thing like that. A little Zen pack.
Little Zen, little devil horn hand.
Your mother would
Put sunglasses on me too.
your mom would rub the back of my back
Get
and be
the
like,
sickest sunglasses you can find. Throw those
he's
on.
got to go out the way he wants to.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, and that's
Can you believe he died?
friendship.
Can you believe he died dancing? Wow. His heart exploded at a rave.
You know, like a warrior wants to go out and battle. I want to go out on the dance floor.
Dude, listen, I'm not a big guy. I'm 5'7", 146. I'm the height and weight of most girlfriends.
Sure.
You put the right amount of stimulant in my body at a rave with darkness and no inhibitions, man, it'd be like giving Viagra to a chipmunk. My heart would explode.
Yeah, your body's not ready.
No, I'm not.
We'd have to train. We'd have to get you ready.
No, my little body's not ready for the stimulants needed for a rave to go all night.
No.
If you want me to dance from like 10 p.m. all the way to the 8 a.m. the next day, and you give me the right amount of stimulants, man.
Kiss his ass goodbye. I'll be at his funeral.
I would come out of there like 10 pounds lighter, being like a rabbit who just finished chasing up.
Hair straight up and down.
Straight up and down, like a rabbit that just finished avoiding a coyote. I'm not meant for drugs, man. No, you are. You're built like a real man.
Yeah.
You're built.
I can handle it.
Your body is a temple, a condemned temple.
Yeah, a condemned temple. A condemned temple that they're squatters.
See, it's just the pegging is also like disgrace, condemned.
Condemned?
His body's like a condemned temple.
Yeah, you look like a caretaker for a condemned mental institution.
Condemned temple is kind of funny because it's like the government's like, really, you guys can't practice your religion here. people are getting sick.
Not safe.
What was I gonna say? But anyway, there's gonna be a new leader of the country next week, so it's kind of crazy to think that like we're gonna look back at this episode and we don't know who it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's gonna be kind of odd. But well, whoever it is, I'm sure the country's going to be just fine.
Well, and maybe we should prepare for either possibility, and then we can edit.
Oh, I see.
So,
what do you mean? Like
I mean, if
a choose your own adventure sort of thing?
kind of a choose your own adventure. Where we're gonna have to start kissing ass if Trump wins, because who knows what he's going to do? He's probably coming for the podcasters first.
You know what? And to our new supreme leader.
Yeah. Hey, we've always supported you.
Always
Don't
knew
go
it.
back and listen.
I always knew it.
We always knew that you would be our God King.
Tariff the crap out of everything but bronzer.
Yeah, I'm happy to pay the extra fees.
Yeah. I want my shirt being made by a guy who's about to have a heart attack from too many Big Macs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And every car I want to drive is American made.
Yes.
Yeah. And you know what? I think there is too much fluoride in the water.
Yeah. Is he really going to take the fluoride out of the water?
I don't know.
I haven't looked into this. That's the thing I haven't looked into too much, but I'm like, no, I think fluoride's good. I don't know.
I will say this though. RFK.
I don't want cavities. I don't care if it makes me gay. I don't want cavities.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, I'm already halfway there. Let's fucking just keep drinking. I'll gargle the fluoride like I would a man's jizz, you know. But here's the thing.
Stop me from getting cavities?
Here's the thing. Donald Trump believes everything RFK says because he's confident, but also something about the voice feels like
RFK's voice?
RFK's voice that
Kermit the Frog ass voice?
he's got his condition. Something about it seems like a guy who's like concede to he's got like a dire kind of old manny voice. Mm-hmm. He's like, you gotta the fluoride has too much, like it's his last.
Yeah. He sounds like he's telling you not don't go into that house.
Yes, there's something creepy about it like that.
In there.
What you gotta do, Donald, is get the fluoride out of the water. It's poisoning the children. It's like every word he says is almost like his last dying word.
Yeah.
So Donald's like, well, this guy's gotta. I mean, look at him.
Clearly,
he means it.
This is his one last message.
Now, if Kamala wins, girlfriend, I believed in you from the moment.
I would have never doubted you. And yes, Queen, shoot that Glock off into the sky.
Yes.
Queen.
Yeah. I will say this about you, Kamala, okay? I gave you $50 for your campaign, and God bless you, you never left me alone.
Yeah,
every day after.
Roughly 100 emails for every $1 you donate.
I got a message that said, hey, Eddie, it's me. Barack. Why did you give him my email? And God bless you. Let's bring back women's rights, which I'm all about, by the way.
Sure, of course.
What guy isn't pro-abortion? Religious? Is that zealots?
Religious. Yeah.
I'm not only my pro.
Well, I wouldn't even say I don't know if I'm necessarily pro-abortion, but I'm pro
choice.
Hey, yeah, let these ladies figure it out. I'm pro. I shouldn't be making that decision.
Yes, I will say this though. If I was a single guy, right, I would say this to every lady that I'm about to date. I am pro-life. My life. Don't fuck it up. Don't have my baby. Let's cross some state lines. Let's go where we gotta go. Let's take a pill. I'll hold your hand. I'll split it with you. Let's do this.
Let's take care of it.
Yes.
But I'm not wearing a condom.
No. God, I'm not gonna have any personal responsibility. I'm literally gonna pray, pull, walk away, and cross my fingers that we're not dirty people.
Yeah, I've been drinking lots of Mountain Dew.
Yeah. Oh man, I haven't had a word on condom in years. Fuck. Sometimes I just put it on just to laugh. Wow. It's like wearing bell-bottom jeans. Or
Can you believe we used to do this?
Sometimes I'll put on a condom just to laugh. I've been married, been in a relationship for 5 years. Haven't worn a condom in so long, but I'll put one on. It's almost like putting on like bootcut jeans. You're like, I can't believe it. I used to rock these all the time. I really can't. What? They still fit?
I convinced myself this was comfortable and looked good.
I can't believe there's pictures out there floating around with me wearing one of these.
Because I was sending dick pics with the condom on.
Imagine sending a dick pic with a condom on. Like, what's up with this? Hey, I don't know about you, but I practice safe sex.
Yeah, and I'm ready. I'm prepared. I'm considerate.
I'm wearing this all the way to your house. I'm taking no chances that I'm going to have intercourse on the way there.
Yeah, if anything happens on the way, we're safe.
But anyway, Kamala, if you're the president,
hey, great job.
knew it all the time. You know what? God bless you.
I can't wait to buy a house.
Can't wait.
Oh, you're gonna make sure I buy a house, and I really
Thank you. I want that $25,000 entry level grant for new homeowners.
Yeah.
I'll put it right in my pocket and spend it on the wrong things.
Drugs.
Yes.
I'm gonna spend it all on party drugs. And
Yeah,
go to
he's gonna go
Rave.
to an abandoned warehouse which has lower commercial real estate because of your crazy laws.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait for you to bring socialism to the United States of America. We all know that's secretly what you've been doing.
Bernie's so damn jealous.
Yeah, but you're going to do it now that you're elected. You're finally going to do it, and you're going to take away all the guns, even your own Glock.
Now, third scenario, because this might happen, if Trump gets elected,
Okay.
and then he passes immediately because he is a frail old man. And
Okay.
J.D. Vance is the next
J.D.
president.
Vance.
J.D. What's up, my chubby cheek, crazy Nazi?
Hey, you can come fuck my couch anytime you want.
Put on your
buddy.
eyeliner and hump my couch.
Me coucha, es su
Su
coucha.
coucha.
You know what I mean?
You hate immigrants, including your wife?
Yeah, dude.
Me too.
Oh, Hillbilly Elegy.
I hate myself. I'm an immigrant.
I agree. We should round up Eddie and get him out of here.
Revoke my citizenship, give it to a guy who loves guns and trucks, and get me the hell out of here.
And I don't know a lot else about you, but I bet we could have a beer together. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Not a Bud Light because they support.
No, because that's the bad beer.
You know they'll put anyone in their
They'll
can.
put anybody on
yeah,
those cans.
yeah.
Yuck.
Exactly. Whoever's on those cans ain't playing with my daughter
That's
on my
right.
sports team.
That's right.
JD.
That's exactly.
JD.
Get him out.
Yeah.
Thanks,
so
JD.
I think we covered all our
I think
bases.
we did, yeah.
Which one of these? I wonder which one of these is going to be. We're going to have to apply to the podcast. One of them I'm okay with. The other two I'm really scared about.
Honestly, I got pretty wild in all three of them. I said some stuff that I maybe
we've covered
don't
all our
need out
bases.
there.
One of them I'm very hopeful and I'm very cross my fingers that it works out. The other two, woo. I'm gonna show this to whatever officers asking me to leave the country. Like,
Yeah.
look, I support.
But regardless of whatever happens, that's the one that we wanted.
Yes.
That's the one we wanted.
Man, it's so refreshing to be a podcast that really is for everybody. We covered every base.
Yeah, we really did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Nothing to worry about here.
No.
Nope. Tomorrow it's gonna be fine.
No, it's going to be fine. Oh, I guess there's one other possibility, which is that technically Kamala wins, but Trump somehow creates some sort of coup and
Yes.
just takes over anyways. And in which case, I'm here to serve, sir.
Yes. I have a horned helmet ready to invade any government building you wish.
You show me Nancy Pelosi's desk, and I'll show you my toilet.
I got
I'm
a hammer
ready.
waiting for her husband's head. Oh God, what have we done?
I don't know. I don't know. Is this going to be like that one episode when you had to bleep out me threatening to,
Oh, there's no. We've been going on for 10 minutes about every possibility for this election. And if you're listening to this point in the podcast, God bless you. You're a fan, and why don't you subscribe for
Please
God's sake?
subscribe.
The
Oh my
burger, the
God.
Burger Prince, the Chicken Wing King, the Cold-Blooded Pegger, the Cavernous Belly Button Boy. We're your
We're your
friends.
friends.
And no matter who you vote for, but if you vote for one specifically, I'd be more of a friend.
Well, yeah, we're more friends. But either way, we're friends. If you listen, tell your friends.
Yes. Yes.
We're spineless.
We're spineless. I'm so
Whatever you want, just give us your views.
I am in the pockets of Manscaped. If Manscaped supports this podcast, I will say whatever they want. I'm a corporate shill for that grooming crotch razor.
Manscaped, stamps.com,
BetterHelp.
BetterHelp, Hims. Yeah, I need them. I can't get a boner without them. Whatever you want me to say.
This haircut. This hair is all Hims.
Yes, it's all Hims. Not his, Hims.
Yeah.
That should be the slogan. Is that hair his? No, it's him.
Is this the end of the podcast?
I should be a copywriter.
Oh my God, you should. A writing job would be nice. I think this might be the end of the podcast, like fully, like end of our careers.
Yeah, it could be.
Wow. Tony Hinchcliffe ended his career that way. We ended ours just put a 20-minute rant about who can win. Oh, we covered all our bases.
Yeah, it was a good run. We had a good run.
Yeah. I mean, like you said,
We can't make a clip out of any of this.
No. No podcast lasts after 20 episodes, you said, and you nailed it.
Yeah, we nailed it.
Yeah,
23.
You are the
Shout out
Alan
to Jordan.
You are the Alan Lichtman of this podcast. You predicted it exactly. You know what that is?
Alan Lichtman?
He's the guy that has the 13 keys. He predicts all the. He's had almost every single one right, except for 2000. But he predicted Al Gore winning, and then he claims he did win because they threw out a bunch of votes from African American, like over 5,000 votes or something, which is interesting. That
Depending on who you ask.
yeah, but he claims Kamala's going to win.
Okay. What about that octopus that predicts Super Bowl champions?
That's your.
That's the only one I care about. Polls? Get out of here, dude. What does the octopus say?
I just love the idea that that this person has gone through 100 polls and deciphered who's going to win this election. Well, this octopus is never really wrong.
Yeah, the octopus is never wrong.
What did he say
That's
about
an
this
alien.
one? What did he say about this one?
I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. That's what I'm saying.
Oh man, I'm sure he's. How do you know? Has he been right every time? This octopus?
Yes. I don't know.
I'm
I'm gonna say yes.
Well, we'll see what happens. Well, it might be a
I can
whole
look it
different
up real
America.
quick. Hold on. Let's see real quick. Octopus election prediction. All right. Paul the Octopus. Oh, he died.
Oh, God,
I guess we'll never know.
that sucks.
Paul. Shout out to Paul the Octopus.
What did he do? Did he just hit a?
Yeah, I think they just put things on his whatever, and he touched one or the other. But really, I mean, he was in tune with the universe, so
course.
he wasn't just guessing.
I think they have 10 brains or something.
Their octopuses are so freaking cool, dude.
They are pretty cool.
They're really cool.
You know-
I started following this guy on Instagram who was buying live octopuses from the H Mart seafood market, and then trying to bring them home and rescue them, and then they kept dying. So it was a real bummer of a follow. So I had to stop.
They shoot ink.
They shoot ink.
That's
They change
cool.
colors when they dream. They can fit into any space that's bigger than their beak.
Ah.
They can solve complex puzzles, trick human beings.
You are a real octopus person.
I'm a real octopus.
Puss hound.
Puss hound.
You're an octopus hound.
I'm an octopus hound.
So when you watch hentai, you must be like, she's perfect. She's a schoolgirl with tentacles like the octopus. How much for this book, sir?
This is kink shaming, and I won't stand for it.
No, I'm not shaming. I'm making fun of you.
I mean, not me. There's other people who are into that.
I had a good time. Did you have a good time?
I had a great time.
Oh, thank you for being part of this episode of Oh Hell Yeah. Do us a favor. Subscribe to this podcast on YouTube. Hit the notification bell. Let us know what you think of the episode. Leave a comment. Listen, we read them. There's not a lot of them. We're a small podcast, but
they're
we're growing.
so nice when we get them.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
We're like your friends you don't call that owes you money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, January 30th, we're in Chandler, Arizona. We're outside of Phoenix, Arizona. We're going to be there. Me and the Chicken Wing King. We're going to be there. If you're listening to this, you know anybody who lives in Phoenix, please
Chandler,
tell.
Surprise, Mesa, any of those towns.
You really? Oh yeah, your grandma lives there. Does she have friends?
Surprise. I'll ask if she will. Because I can't imagine they'll come because it's like an hour away from.
But they can tell their grandkids.
I'm their grandkid.
Oh fuck! Well, maybe they'll tell their grandkid to bring for people.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see.
But anyway, our last show in San Diego. I don't know if anyone was there from the podcast, but you missed that great show. This guy killed. I had a good time. Be a part of our live experience at shows.
Freaking history.
Wednesdays at Bar Lubitsch in West Hollywood. Totally comedy show. The show's been picking up. Last week we had like 30 people.
Even with the Dodgers game on.
Even with the yeah.
You got to come out. It's a movement.
Nico's Sundays.
Third Sundays, November 17th. Come on to Nico's for sports.
I just did it. Super fun show. This guy's had one hell of a host, and so is his buddy Eli.
Eli Lloyd.
Yeah. New episode every single Thursday. We're never going to stop this podcast until we become so famous we don't even talk to each other outside this camera. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.